So I just built a brand new YouTube channel. I am going to be the most open book you've ever seen me. This is going to go deep on how in 50 days, yes, 50 days, I got my notebook because I ain't perfect, but I want to show you in 50 days how I built that YouTube channel to get 20,000 views, 500 subscribers. We have had 38 text messages, 44 emails, 50 phone calls, 6 of those being in one day. That's how many reach outs we've had in the first 50 days. We've got 2 deals in escrow. One is for $945,000. The other one is for $399,000. 5 active buyers just trying to find that house, and over 20 people coming so far in the next few weeks. Like I said, this is going to be raw, uncut, exactly what my mind was going through before I built this channel. I had some ideas, but literally how I laid this channel out to get average view times of 6, 7, even 9.5 minutes on these videos. I want you to listen to all of this because it'll help you grow your YouTube channel so much faster. And we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the YouTube Agents. I've changed my life, changed my business, all by growing YouTube channels. Yes, we get that amount of business that you heard at the beginning, 100% free by using this platform. If you want to grow the baddest YouTube channel you've ever seen in your entire life, I teach everything for free in this channel. So make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Okay, so I got my notepad with me. I think you need to go get yours. If you need to hit pause on the video, I went through an entire process, and a lot of thinking of how I was going to grow this channel. I didn't just wing it. So obviously I've built a lot of these by me talking about the thought process and everything that I went through. It's going to unearth so much for you going forward to make the most killer videos and give people what they want. So that's the biggest mistake I'm seeing with a lot of realtors is they're being so broad and they're just trying to fill in a video with information that you're not speaking to the language to the right people. So yes, you need to really start writing down some notes of how I went about this channel so that it's gonna spark so many ideas for you. So again, this is gonna be completely open, but with that being said, the first thing that I had to think about is who's moving there. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Northern Idaho. This is where I'm born and raised. So literally people, when they tell me they don't know what videos to shoot, it stresses me out. Like, how? You've lived in this place for 30, 40, 50 years. Like, you've got to get better. I'm sorry. And the emotion shows because you have so much information that these people want. You know exactly who's moving there. You know all the back roads. And so I was able to do this in my old hometown, and I'm telling you, it was so much fun. Now, I've made a career in Portland. I'm not even from here, but I literally blew this channel up just by giving this information. But when I was able to go back home, I realized, okay, who is freaking moving to North Idaho? Well, number one, you got a lot of people, especially right now, realizing I can work wherever I want in the world. So I'm gonna go to this beautiful place that I always vacation to because shoot, I can work wherever I want. So I knew there was a lot of families coming there and people just about my age in their mid-30s with families. They can work, make $100,000+ from home, and I know exactly where they're living and moving to. That was one. The other thing we're seeing a lot of people is, they just want to get out of the hustle and the bustle of the Californias, the Seattles, these bigger metro areas, and they want their space. I was a journeyman lineman for a long time, so I built a lot of the power lines, ran the power out to all these new developments, so I really knew this. You as a realtor, you've probably been in all your developments. You know why people are moving there. You've helped those clients. So I knew that people moving to this area, to Northern Idaho, they wanted 5 acres. They didn't want to see their neighbors, but they still kind of want to be close to things. They don't want to be just way, way, way out in the middle of nowhere. Some do, but I know where those people want to be. So this is what I was thinking is okay, what are the groups coming here? The next one was, hey, I freaking love Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene's the hub, it's the driver, it's where everything started, and it's got, all the shops, restaurants, bars, plus one of the most gorgeous lakes on planet Earth. Lake Coeur d'Alene. So I knew there's a lot of people who want to live really close to downtown Coeur d'Alene, and there's all sorts of different styles of living right there. So that's really what was going through my mind. And as you are sitting here listening to me, you need to really think about, okay, who's moving here? Who have I helped move here? Why are so many people moving to that area? And that is when, that's when the information comes out. So our average view times on these videos, people, I'm telling you, are anywhere from 6 to 9.5 minutes. I'm doing 15, 18, even 20-minute videos, and we're getting 9.5-minute average videos because I'm speaking directly to who's moving there, and instead of just a broad video. So with that being said, with the retirees, and this may be somewhere where you live, you may have retirees moving there. So picture this. You want your 5 acres, but you want to be close. So I know in my mind, I'm like, okay, Spirit Lake, Athol, these are all areas that are 30 minutes about, to the north of downtown Coeur d'Alene. So we reference that a lot when we show maps, but you're gonna have a 5-acre piece of land, 10-acre piece of land, and if you look to the west, you're gonna have Rathru Mountain. There's actually living there. There's National Forest Paper Company. So if you enjoy riding your 4-wheeler, your motorcycle, your side-by-side, in fact, those towns, that's what you see people driving. You don't even see them in their normal vehicles a lot. So it's legal there. You need a license plate, a blinker, and lights. That's really what you need. But you can head up into the National Forest or into the paper company lands. You get a paper company pass for $40, and you can go hunting, hunting right there. Deer, elk, incredible fishing. There's Spirit Lakes, so there's trolling for kokanee. So that's the style of living you get there. It's a very small town. Yet you're only 30 minutes from downtown Coeur d'Alene. But it has a little town there with grocery stores and little bars. But this is going to get you your 5 acres. You are completely spread out from, you won't see your neighbors. And I actually ran the power to these houses. So the one thing I noticed is, if you're getting down in the flat in the valley, in the Spirit Lakes, the Athols, you're going to have rocks like this freaking big. So tractors, equipment, you're definitely going to want to invest in that. And you're also in a snow belt. So you're going to get... if it snows 6 inches in Coeur d'Alene, you're probably going to get 12 to 14 inches in Spirit Lake. So you're going to get double the amount of snow. Definitely going to need that. So as you're listening to me, I'm telling just stories, and that's why people can sit there and listen to me. So if you're in, Florida, it's like, why are people moving? Okay, well, you got this little finger inlet of water that comes in off the coast, and it really makes diverse properties. You're never going to get the cookie cutter because the way the water carves through the land, you have big open lots, 1/4 acre, 1/3 acre lots. So that's where you get your big sprawling homes. So you got to know who's moving there. Why is that area special? So then we moved south. I knew that a lot of people are moving to North Idaho who, like I said, they're mid-30s, they're 40s. They've figured out basically during COVID and before that, I can work wherever the hell I want. I really want to be, next to a bunch of families, really want that brand new construction. And that's one other thing that I realized too, people, is that a lot of people move into a new state. They think in their mind, even though it doesn't happen, this is our forever home. We want to go all in with homes. So there's so much new construction going in the Post Falls. It's the only area in North Idaho that really there's thousands and thousands of new homes because there's all the mountains, rivers, trees. So you can go in there and find these incredible new construction homes. In fact, every house in North Idaho, not everyone, but everybody loves their shops, right? So shops are a big thing. You got to have that 20 by 30, 20 by 40 shop. The new construction in Post Falls, they're building shops with 14-foot garages, 40 feet deep on the side of your house. So you can choose packages to have that, 20 by 40 shop attached to your house, or you can get that spread out 3-car garage if you have multiple vehicles. So that's the new construction. It's right in Post Falls. And so we're actually seeing the majority of the families move there. They have nights in the park where a bunch of concerts and festivals. You're feeding into the Post Falls High School District, incredible schools. They're building little elementaries right there. What you're gonna see is so many families just like, going to these nights in the park. You'll meet all your neighbors. They do so many functions. Everybody walks everywhere in these developments. So if the new construction, that's where you're gonna have to, look in the Post Falls area. So I know who's moving there. And then we need to talk about the people who just love downtown Coeur d'Alene. You want to be close to it. Well, there's all different types of living. Sanders Beach is going to bring you south of downtown Coeur d'Alene, but it's super private in there. It actually goes around, it's called Tubbs Hill. It's one of the greatest hikes. It's 2.5 miles, and it goes all the way around not around Lake Coeur d'Alene, but by the Coeur d'Alene Resort over to Sanders Beach. You're going to get panoramic views. You can walk that every single morning. That's your exercise. Are you kidding me? Views. You can see the Coeur d'Alene Resort golf course. That's why people love living there. Yet you get these private streets. You see a lot of families, kids, they can ride their bikes all over in there. They can ride down to Sherman, which is the main street, go grab a Huddy's burger, a Rogers ice cream. Like, that's what everybody loves. But if you want to live, really close to downtown Coeur d'Alene, there's the Garden District, there's the Fort Grounds. These are going to be your 120-year-old homes. Like, really, when Fort Sherman and everything was developed, that's where those houses were built. So now you see people going in and renovating. So you want a huge lot. a giant, you know, multi-family style generation house, like right next to downtown Coeur d'Alene, you're gonna wanna look right there in the Garden District, the Fort Grand District. So those are the downtown living. The coolest part, the most affordable, and it still is a bike ride or a longer walk away, is Midtown Coeur d'Alene. So again, guys, I'm gonna pause real quick. Are you guys hearing? I can go all day. I'm just talking about these different areas, and I know why people move there. So that Midtown Coeur d'Alene, that's where you can get into the $300,000 range, get a pretty good size house. The lots usually aren't as big, but everything there is flat. Once you're in the valley of Midtown and downtown Coeur d'Alene, it's all flat streets. So you can literally walk straight south to downtown Coeur d'Alene, or it's just a quick couple minute drive. A lot of the festivals that come through, the Coeur d'Alene, the 4th of July festivals, they're all right down there. So you get front row access to those. That's really the vibe. I myself, and if you actually like getting a little bit more space, kind of the older style home, quarter acre plus lot, my favorite spot is Hayden, Idaho. That's actually where I've been my whole life. There's 2 golf courses there, the Hayden Lake Country Club, which is private, and Avondale Golf Course, which is public, but it's incredible. These are mountain style courses, big rolling hills. In our yard, we have giant red fir trees, bigger than I can reach around. And that's what you see, a lot of old growth timber. You get kind of the rolling hills. A lot of the streets won't be uniform. They're going to be winding around mountains, but you're yet right next to downtown Coeur d'Alene, 15 minutes. You feed into the Coeur d'Alene High School District. So I'm sitting here and I'm just telling you guys stories over and over, and that's why our videos are working. If you can picture this, if I'm unearthing, ideas for you, right now, I need you to smash that like button. Please take a second, hit that like button. I also want you to comment down below if this gave you any incredible ideas. This is exactly how I'm speaking on camera. In fact, a lot of it I'm doing over video conference because I'm not even physically there. I partnered up with a guy, we just do video conference and we're just telling stories. And we're just talking about these certain areas, and it's just enough that these people just binge watch us and then they reach out and call. So yes, we've had over 100 reach outs. We're probably, this thing could literally do 100 home sales a year, I guarantee, just by us telling our stories. So you need to stop getting in your own way and overthinking, oh, what do I say? What do I do? You got to start telling stories, things that you like, the pros, the cons. The other thing about North Idaho, and this is something you need to really unearth about your city, your suburbs, is those pros and cons. So we're dead honest about it. Hey, it frickin' snows in North Idaho, and I'm talking, I've seen snow in September. There's Septembers I'm up bow hunting and it's 92 degrees, you shoot an elk and literally there's yellow jackets everywhere and it's so hot. Or I've also been elk hunting and it's snowing. I've also had Christmases where there is no snow. It's not a white Christmas. The majority of them are, but sometimes the winter's crazy like that. Sometimes it's done by February. Sometimes I've seen snow in June, and in fact, I've actually seen snow in North Idaho in July before. Obviously, it didn't stick. It was higher in the mountains, but if you do not like snow, you definitely don't want to move here, or you only want to live here in the summer, and especially those areas like the Spirit Lakes, the Atholls that are in a snow belt, you're going to get double the amount of snow, so it's really going to pile in there. I've seen 4 to 6, sometimes 7 feet of snow. I used to sled off my roof sometimes with the snow. So if snow ain't your thing, then it's definitely not your spot. But what I love to do in the snow, we do a lot of hiking, the snowshoeing, cross-country skiing. Now I got little kiddos. I drag them. I have a 4-wheeler. I just drag them all over on the sled. They freaking love it. I love ice fishing. Ice fishing is a huge thing. I can walk to multiple lakes and just go ice fishing. We love snowmobiling. We have 5 iconic ski resorts within 45 minutes of any direction. So that is something you're going to be able to, ski, snowboard, whatever, snowshoe, any of that. And that's what people love about the the Northwest in general. So again, I'm just kind of reading through all my stuff that I really went through. Those are the stories that I told, and as I'm going here, I could literally talk about it all day. Again, smash that like button if you haven't yet. But what are you thinking about while listening to me? What are some of the ideas that are really coming to your mind that you could tell me? If I was moving to your city, I got 3 kids. I love golf. I want, kind of a unique property. I live in Portland, so I have like a 1,400 square foot townhouse. I'm moving to Florida. I'm moving to New York. I'm moving to Baltimore, and I want that suburb life. I kind of want to be close to, a golf course. Where would I move to? What would be the best spot? And good schools for the kiddos. I also love entertaining. What's a good area where you're going to see a lot of adults out and kids, and the parents are drinking brewskis, hanging? What comes to your mind? That's the kind of stuff that I would be interested in, a lot of people too. So really start figuring out who's coming to your area. Tell those stories. If you've helped a client get in there, what did they like about it? Okay, so when I built this channel, we're having unbelievably, amounts of success in every channel that I build from now on. The research that I do is going to be who's moving there and what areas are going to fit them. So with that being said, now you're seeing a ton of other videos pop up. You need to click on those so that you can grow an incredible YouTube channel. And if you do that, you will be well on your way. And until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.